Hi, my name is Courtney Montana, and I'm with the Hartford Community Action Agency. Today our focus is the vegetable food group from my plate, and we are going to make corny bean bell pepper boats. So the reason I like this particular recipe is because it uses all three types of produce, so fresh, frozen, and canned. And this is important when you're trying to include healthy produce in your diet each day, but you also want to save money. So this is a great recipe for that. So for our recipe today, there are some items that you're going to need. You will need a cutting board, a mixing bowl, some half-cup measuring spoons or cups, some Reynolds wrap or aluminum foil, a sharp knife, a spoon, a can opener, and also a square pan. So for our ingredients, we are going to use red bell peppers. This actual recipe calls for 4 medium, but as you can see, these are very large, so I'm going to use 2. So it's 2 fresh red bell peppers. We also have cooked brown rice, so that's already been cooked, and I like to use the boil in a bag because it's quicker, so it speeds up the process, but you can use any kind of rice that you wish. We also have a can of beans, and you can choose any type that you wish. I chose some small white beans. In addition, we have some corn, so frozen corn that's been thawed. We have salsa, some cilantro, and then we also have some cheese that we're going to put on at the end. So the first thing I did was wash the pepper, because you should always wash fresh produce. The next thing I'm going to do is actually cut it in half. So this way, lengthwise. And we want to try to keep that stem if possible. And then if you see inside, we're going to actually take out the seeds and take out the ribs too. So we're going to clear that out. The next step is we're going to combine all of our ingredients in a bowl. So we're going to put our beans, cilantro, salsa, corn, and cooked rice in. And one thing that I do like to add is I like the flavor of cumin. You can use it or not. So I will sprinkle a little bit of this on towards the end. The next step is we are going to get ready to arrange our peppers inside our pan. I do like to spray a little bit. That way it doesn't stick. And then we're going to start setting our boats up. So you can set the peppers in here, like so. And then we can begin to fill them. Next, we have our oven, which is heated to a temperature of 400 degrees, so it's ready to go. We covered our Corny Pepper Boats with foil, and so you want to just make sure that it's tight on there. And then we are going to put this in for about 40 or 45 minutes. So our peppers have finished cooking in the oven for 45 minutes. I uncovered them and took the foil off. Please be very careful when you do that. Use a pot holder or something to protect you from the heat and steam, because you can see that they're very steamy. And then what I'm going to do is now it's time to top it with cheese. So I'm just going to sprinkle on a lot because I like cheese, so you can do a little bit or a lot. And then the last thing we're going to do is put it back into the oven for about 5 minutes or so. So the Corny Bell Pepper Boats are done. The cheese is melted. The last step is to let it cool for a couple minutes on a plate because it'll be very hot, and then eat and enjoy. So a couple other things about this recipe that make it wonderful is, for example, you can substitute a lot of different things. If you don't like beans, maybe you want to add chicken or sausage. You can also add other vegetables like kale or spinach. to this recipe, or use a different kind of cheese, or use a different pepper. But I especially, like I said earlier, love the idea that you can use fresh, frozen, and canned. So enjoy your Corny Bean Pepper Boat.